Hey Playas, how you doing? And welcome back to Playas Guide. This is another episode, a continuation on my journey of collecting a complete Wii U collection. Let's see how close I am by the end of June 2022. For those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing and tuning in. And if you're interested in Wii U collecting, I'm also very interested in the Wii U. It's one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. And I have several other Wii U videos, and at the end of this I will link the previous video, which is kind of like what I'm doing here as a pickups. But for those of you just tuning in, I was starting off with $20 a week, but I decided to limit myself to $100 a month. That way, when I come across a game that I don't have, and let's say it's $80, if I've already purchased some more common games that are like $10, $15, $20, and my $20 for that week is spent, I still have the money to buy some of those bigger titles that I'm missing. And I'll tell you what one of those is next for that I'm planning to pick up in July. So to start things off, let's go over April. I picked up the Amazing Spider-Man on the Wii U. This is one that I was able to pick up. It was $45. I was able to work out a deal with the store where I got this and three other games that I'm going to show you for, I think it was a total of $85. So just about my entire budget. But if you recall, I still had $20 left over from the previous month in my budget. So this is one that I haven't seen too often lately, and on eBay it seems to be just gradually working its way up there in price. This may be an underrated, uncommon game, although there's pretty much, almost every game I've seen for the Wii U I've seen in the wild. The other two games I picked up with it was Minecraft Story Mode. Another one I'd say is kind of uncommon, you don't see it very often, but that was just $10, bringing the total up to $55, and then Mario Party 10, which was $30, and there's your $85. So a couple games there that are uncommon and not too hard to find. And then there's this one here that I just picked up, the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. You can see there, it's not in the best shape, but this was a $20 game. And I will probably switch out the case to try to get rid of some of these, so I can get rid of the stickers that are on it here. $20 though, so what does that put me at now? So I was at 85, now I'm at 105. I got 15 left, and I went a little bit over here, and I spent another $20 at the flea market, where I really didn't see any Wii U games that I didn't have, and there really wasn't many Wii U games at the flea market to be found. Video games in general, I find are hard to find at flea markets now, but I did see this game, and that was a pretty good deal. I thought $20, and it is in decent condition. So $125 now, but I already owed myself 20, so I was over by 5. I paid below the average sale price if you're looking at eBay for all of those games. Book of Untold Tales is one that I have seen around. I would say I've seen it at one time towards the end of the Wii U's lifespan. I saw in every GameStop had a copy, and a couple other stores like Walmart would have it, and it just sat there with Cars 3 Driven to Win and Darksiders War Mastered Edition. That's a game that every store had a copy or two of, and it just never sold. I don't know what happened to all those copies. I guess there's probably a bunch of people, maybe you're watching this and you're sitting on like 30 sealed copies of that game. It is still fairly available online, but for me it falls into that category, and I feel the price of Book of Untold Tales 2 right now is really been hyped up and should not be as high as it is. I mean, if you feel differently, let me know in the comments below what your experience with that game was. But I used to see it quite a bit. Now I don't see it at all. And I did get the chance to pick it up this one time for $20, and I mean, I think that's gonna be a lot of game stores will probably have it priced pretty low, if or flea markets or wherever, because um, people aren't really following that one too closely. But it's been up there in price for a while now, and it's just kind of been sitting there. And I mean, yeah, more places are going to clue in if it doesn't start to come down. But I bet somebody's sitting on a ton of sealed copies of the Book of Unwritten Tales too. Moving along into May now, we have Batman Arkham Origins. I didn't have this one. I think it was $15. Does that sound about right? These are Canadian prices too, by the way. And then Just Dance 4, $5. I can't remember where I got that one though. Then off of Facebook Marketplace, I picked up a Just Dance Kids 2014, and that game is still sealed. So that was quite nice. Another game I got that was still sealed came from Amazon. This was $55 for Runbow Deluxe Edition. This is a game I used to see when it first came out, and then never really saw it much after that. It did come out as a downloadable game first, and then got a physical release on the Wii U. But this is one that you don't see too often, so I do want to play it, but I think I'm going to keep it sealed just because I think it will go up in price, and more people will see this as one of the more uncommon and rare games on the Wii U down the road. One that is pretty common is the Splinter Cell Blacklist. It says special edition, but I think this was just the regular edition. I know there was a Walmart exclusive edition. There might have been, like, I'm not going for variants here, just so you know. So this was an eBay purchase for me. I saw it for $15. I am buying games off eBay now, and obviously Amazon, just because I want to try to keep this thing moving and get all of the Wii U games and have this collection completed at $100 a month, no more than $100 a month, throughout the entire year of 2022. And I think I'm right on track to do so. I might even be ahead a little bit if there isn't too many price jumps. Oh, in June, I purchased off eBay again, and I think this is including shipping too. It was $15 for SpongeBob. Now, it came in a black DVD case, not the blue case, so I used another blue case to switch this one out. And yeah, I may, if I'm out game hunting and I see some games that are $5 or less, and they're in a really nice case, I might just buy them so that I can upgrade some of these other games. I'm going to do the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 next, but I want to make sure that one has a really nice one. This one's good, but it's not flawless as I'd like. So we're at 15. That was an eBay purchase. Fast and Furious Showdown. This was $35. I tried to grind the guy on a deal, but I did get Just Dance Disney Party 2 for $10, and Avengers Battle for Earth from this the same game store. Now, this one, I think he wanted to have 20 or 25 on it, but I grinded them for 15. Because this is a really common game, and this is also a terrible game. I played it before at a friend's. I was definitely not going to pay more than $20 for this game. Just Dance Disney Party 2. This one I really don't see very often. Out of the Just Dance games, I would say maybe either this one or Just Dance Kids is the hardest to come by. But in my experience, this is the one I've seen the least of. Then the Fast and Furious game. This is a very uncommon game that I really don't see very often. I think I've only seen it one other time out in the wild. And I think it was still around that same price of like $35. But it has gone up a little bit. and that's why I wasn't going to move on that price, but gave me a deal on the other ones. So understandable, it is a game store. Now the next one is around $100 Canadian, but I got it for $60. I had to. This was a Kijiji deal. I saw it listed on Kijiji. The weird thing about this was this guy was selling his Wii U and a small collection of games. All the games were pictured, but not this one. And he had 70 on it. I asked him if he'd take 60. He said, sure, no problem, come pick it up. And it's in great shape. Like, it was barely played. So yeah, that was it. That's all the Wii U games I picked up. So yeah, there I went over budget by $35. So the next month, I think I'll just pick up like one game that's worth about $50, and then I'll be back on track, nice and even float there, and that will put me at, now I'm 11 games away from a complete Wii U collection. I can't wait to do another update with you guys, because I'm expecting that may be the last one, or the last one will just be like one or two games that I need to pick up, and I may prolong the episode, or just pick those games up preemptively, because, you know, if we're going into September would be the next episode, and then there's still 3 more months, and I gotta spend whatever $100 or something to get one or two games, I'll just buy those games, because why wait to see if they're gonna go up? Because chances are Wii U's probably not going to slow down. There's a lot of people go for Wii U collections right now. I see it on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm seeing less selection in the game stores. So it's a good time if you're a Wii U collector to really get out there and try to find the deals while they're still available. That's it for this episode of Playas Guide. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.